drives me stupid. Alright. Bloop. So bored. I also have a cat that refuses to be left alone. Oh, a squirrel. Oh, mail showed up too. Perfect time. Good doggo. Hey. Sick off. Sick off. Oh, hold on. Dude. You goofy dog. What are you doing?
You want a treat?
Oh yeah, that'll get him over here. Sick off. Come here. Want a little tweet treat? Sick off. Get out of the road. This way. Sick off.
Maybe not?
He's usually he's normally used to go on this side of the car, I think, usually. Sick off. This way.
Come here, baby.
Oh my God, you little freak. Come here. What is with you? This way. No.
Hi, baby.
There you go.
Look, you want a treat? You want a treat? Okay.
There you go.
Here's another one for later. Yeah. Hi. You like that? Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, you good boy. Oh, you goofy boy. Look at you. Sit. Sit. Sit.
Yeah. Best part of the day.
You have a good one. Thanks.
Yeah, go on. What's up? Oh, I had to deal with some coffee literally for a second. Chilling with the male woman. So now he has a male. Anything in there for me? Oh, well, okay, I already did this. I don't have to worry about it later. What is? On some billets. Some billets. Come on, Zix. Goof. Put that there. Zukoff! Goofy baby. Oh my God, you have to. Seriously? Come on. Let's go. Zoom, zoom! My God, what a goofball. Okay. Grab my coffee. And get a bowl load and all that shit. Alrighty.
Slowly, my foot's going down. Start to walk.
Turn this on. There we go. Gives you a female friend. She's in Halo 2. He deserves to act his sexual life. Dude, Sukov, like, I think he's fine. He has a very happy little life as it is. And besides, like, whenever he goes to the bar, like, he gets overexcited and tries on people's legs sometimes. I mean, I think that's where he can have that little, urge. Because for some reason, some people don't really care about it. They're just like, oh, he's very happy. Hello, buddy. And they just kind of, like, try to reposition him so they, you know, they could just hug him instead. But he's a goofball like that. For some reason, he only does that when he's, like, out and about. Like, he will never be like that, you know, at home, anywhere else. Like, it's only, like, if I happen to be out and about with other people. Let him finish. He can't. Besides, I wouldn't let that happen, my lord. Okay, do you need water? Is that what's going on here? Here you go, buddy. Okay. It's real juggle busting out your macaroni. Well, luckily Zukov ain't a real juggler now, is he? I have to get rid of this Volkswagen Golf diesel. Gonna be coming up to Portland soon, probably for her cousin's wedding. No shit. Right on. And if you let me know, like, what date it is, I'll see if I can set some time aside. Hit the pubs and fucking go out and explore sites and check shit out. See if there's like a concert going on or some shit like that while you're right out here. Please go ahead and tell me. with a car. I mean, like if there is like something that you have like available or some shit, but I'm not really like worried about that right now. Not worried about like a vehicle at some point. Small wedding. I don't know. I mean, me coming up there, not the car. Oh, well, yeah, I'm fine with it. I was just saying, like, if you want to, like, hit up some pubs, some shit like that. Check out some of the spots I go to and shit. I mean, why not? Plus, I know a lot of really cool spots that we can go to. And, like, there's, like a few good like little restaurant brew pub places too. There's a few spots around here that are pretty good. Don't drink anymore, but sure. Well, yeah, I mean, you don't have to. So I'm just saying, like, when it comes to a lot of places I like to go to and stuff, or you should go to like karaoke bars, shit like that, mostly. Like, there's one called Baby Kent Club I go to. There's Duffy's on Friday and Saturdays, so those are usually like the bars I like to go to, is karaoke bars. They're a lot more like laid back, more fun, and pretty like just more laissez-faire in a sense. You think it's not a cheap date I mentioned? Yeah, I am actually. Dude, I'm pretty simple. I'm a basic bitch when it comes to stuff like that. Get a steak and a rum and coke. Nah, I'll just get like, dude, at a bar, like, I mean, I'll just grab like a burger or chicken tenders or like something like that. With like maybe some tater tots, and you wanna know what my go-to drink is? It's a Wells Whiskey Coke. I keep it simple as fuck. Because I know how bartenders, like I know, especially in like downtown Portland, how like they get some weird ass drinks and people will ask, some weird shit. They have to like memorize all these other drinks and stuff. I just keep it simple for a bartender, and honestly, I'm like, for the most part, like people's favorite like drink and shit. Like, or at least drinker when it comes to the bar. Because I keep it simple. Wells Whiskey Coke, I mean, even though I know different drinks, and stuff like that, like, if I wanted to, I could order other shit, but I'd just rather just, have my drink, keep it cheap, keep it simple. Long Island tea. Yes, yeah, that works too. Yeah, I mean, honestly, like a rum and coke, that's also simple, and that's not expensive. I mean, it depends on the rum, but if you get Wells rum or like Wells whiskey, that's like the bottom. That's bottom of the well, hence Wells, so, like, you're getting the cheap stuff, which is what I do, because, rather, spend not that much money and still have a good time than regret some of my good time because I spent, like, $50. Like, I only, like, usually on average, I spend probably, like, I don't know, like, I'd say $30 average at the bar. And that's like the maximum usually. Like at the one I go to on the weekends at Duffy's, like I spend like, without tips, probably like $16. But I usually add a tip, so I usually spend about like $22, give or take. Depending how much I, tip. Usually tip like $5 or $6. Like $2, $2 tip per drink, so about like 3 or 4 drinks, give or take. We'll go to Outback, get 72-ounce sirloin. You either eat one sitting or pay like $80 for. Wait, so you would have to like eat the whole thing, or you would have to pay for it? Is it that like challenge? Is it like the steak challenge or whatever? Kind of like how Bobby would eat that whole steak, and try to like challenge it. And at least for Bobby, he won. He would never eat it in one sitting. Of course he won. Dude, it's impossible. Well, maybe not impossible, but it's fucking hard. Yeah, it's steak challenge. The only one that I will always hold, true to being the victor of that is Bobby Hill. And he did it literally just to rub it into his to his vegan girlfriend in the show or something like that. He did it literally just to rub it in. Okay, where's my toka poker? Where doth the toka poker be? Okay, no, I don't have it falling on the ground. The fuck? Son of a bitch. Where did my Tokapoka go? That's awesome. Well, yeah, that's great. Oh, there it is. Buried under some shit. Oh, here. Let's get some music going here. And boom, 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 boom. There we go. What, is that like another fucking, like, delivery truck? Jesus. What shit's going on out there? And there's gonna chill at the house when he comes to New Mexico. Isn't gonna chill at the house? Yeah, it's called going outside and having adventures and checking things out. And guess what? I'm dragging you along with me. It's gonna want to pup hunt. Yeah. I'm gonna want to see what's around and, you know, see like what, like food, little fun little things. Like, yeah, duh. It's called injecting myself with 550 cc's worth of grass into my system on a daily basis, good sir. I'm addicted to the grass. DoorDash me some weed and liquor. I'm gonna, like, make it so you don't. And I will purposely not bring anything back, even if you ask, because you should have came along. I'll literally be like the conservative parent. So I'll be like, well, you should have come along or else, you know, you weren't gonna get nothing. If you want something, you should have come along. It's gonna be like this sassy, like, you know, texting conservative mom about it. Don't grass, I want it. It's the kind we smoke. Well, yeah, I do too, but I also touch other grass. Live in New Mexico. I imagine I'd probably like it, besides the weather. Because, I mean, like, I haven't been there, but going to Phoenix once, I mean, you know, like, I liked what I did, like, if, I mean, with what I did experience with at least Arizona, Phoenix, I liked it. Outside of the sprawl. The sprawl is shitty. Fucking hate Phoenix sprawl. Imagine at least like I don't know. I've seen like pictures of Albuquerque. It seems like it would be kind of equivocal. I don't know about Santa Fe. Santa Fe looks tiny. Like it looks like for a supposed pretty major city of fucking New Mexico, it doesn't look that big. Oh, wait. Grass you touch is the hairy grass on Harley's ass. What? Ew. Okay, you guys get a message out. What? What message? Huh? Was there like some coded message I said or something? What? Don't seem interested in talking. Well, I'm sitting here talking. Try and become a bad person. It's fine, bro, later. Well, okay. I want to move to the desert in Mexico to avoid having to touch/cut grass. You know I'm saying touch grass as like a figure of speech, right? I'll do this so it's easier. Good bullshit. There we go. Sand is better than the grass. Sand is nice on a beach. Or like sand dunes and shit like that. Speaking of which, I really want to go to like the Oregon sand dunes at some point. It's been a long time since I've been around there. A lot of the Oregon sand dunes are actually pretty cool. Especially if it gets like snowy, because then you get like this really cool like white but also like reddish slash like tan color mixture. It's really cool. Kind of makes it look like there's like salt layering like the whole ground, and it's really cool. Man, at some point I really need to get back on the mountain now that I'm thinking about it too. Really need to get back into snowboarding again. I haven't done that in a few years. Spider-Man 2 is kind of meh. Oh, who hyped themselves up a lot over the game, and now you're just like, meh. It sounds like you might have overhyped yourself way too much on that there, my friend. You know, I wasn't saying anything about it, but I just had a feeling. I had that gut feeling. That at some point you were literally going to say meh, or it was mid, or you would, like, I knew at some point that was going to happen. I knew it. Good safety school doesn't do much better than what came before. Because that's how a lot of these games are at this point. I mean, look at fucking Call of Duty or Battlefield, for fuck's sake. I mean, a lot of those games are pretty much like damn near photocopies of the previous game, outside of like a couple of assets here and there are different, and, you know, like different weapons or maybe different things and shit like that here and there, but it's all basically the same. I mean, it's just a cash grab. I mean, it's just, you know, a way to like monetize a franchise, which, I mean, you know, at least, you know, for this case, it's at least a more fledged out, better game in comparison to something like COD. But, I mean, you know, like, all in all, that's what they kind of are now, unfortunately. I mean, they just kind of are, like, you know, franchise builders. So, like, every year, like every other year, they'll release a new game that really isn't fundamentally different from the previous game, outside of maybe better graphics and maybe some cool shit here and there that's different from the previous. But it's really not fleshed out like it was hyped up to be. Well, that's why you don't buy into the hype train, bro. That's why I try to remind you of that. That's why I don't really, like, get myself hyped up about games and movies that much. I mean, I'll be, like, excited, be like, oh shit, that sounds cool, but I'm not gonna really, like, have expectations. Outside of, like, well, it looks kind of cool, hope that, you know, at least looks as cool as, you know, present it. And just leave it at that. Like, I mean, you know, because if I basically, like, amp myself up further than that, then, yeah, you know, you basically end up being like, because it isn't really what you expected. And those expectations end up, you know, kind of like crashing. Miles came the furthest, new powers and lightning stuff. Peter just turned emo and edgy, and then Harry becomes Venom. So yeah, they basically just, like, changed some shit around for, like, character development and, like, story building, but that sounds like it's about all they really did. And maybe add new combat mechanics and stuff, but from what it sounds like, game ain't too much different from the previous one. To justify keeping his symbiote powers. Yeah, well, it just seems like, you know, might have had that game amped up just a little too much. But that's why, you know, like I said, you know, don't try to, like, you know, jump in on the hype train, you know, because you might realize it's not as, like, the expectations aren't going to be as strong. Unfortunately, they just aren't. I mean, it's not like it. Those expectations can't be subverted, obviously. I mean, it's not like that doesn't happen, but way more often than not these days is expectations usually just like, underperformed or undermined in a way, because of just cash grabbing and franchise building, basically. Because a bunch of fucking executive fat cats want to make a bunch of money off of the fucking franchise instead of actually giving the love and care it deserves. Because actually, funny enough, because I was using COD as an analogy for this, I think it honestly works still for this too. Because there was a point where I think COD had like a genuine peak with like World at War. And honestly, people have different opinions about where the peak is. Some say Modern Warfare 2, some say the first Modern Warfare, some say World at War. It's usually around that era. But, but a lot of people say that's kind of around the peak. Some people even say like Modern Warfare 3 is the peak in a way. But, but after that, like, kind of like little, like, early, mid, like, 2010 era of COD, it, just, like, dropped immensely to the point where people were just, like, kind of fucking on it and just joking about it. And then after, like, Modern Warfare 2019 came out, that's when I think it kind of got revamped a little bit and actually got some success again. And even I was talking pretty fondly, like, I think it kind of got a little bit of its charm back at that point. But then they decided to look at things like Warzone and, like, the whole Battle Royale shit and all these, like, loot box stuff. And then they started to amp the fuck up on that shit and Season Passes and stuff like that. And basically made the other two Modern Warfares they released, the last one and now this most recent one I think they're about to come out with or just came out with or some shit. And it's all Battle Pass shit, Season Pass stuff, loot box stuff, and all sort of shit. Like, that's like the shit they focus with now. They took all the good stuff that, was with 2019 and basically just didn't fucking touch any of it. And, like, took all the shitty stuff that they could have just left alone or maybe just made as more of a background thing and made that the fucking highlight for the other games. So it's like, I mean, it's kind of the same analogy there, where it's like, they kind of like revigor themselves a little bit, and instead of like taking what actually fucking worked, and maximizing that, they just take the money-making part of it and maximize that instead, because, they want to, like, get this, like, there was actually a leak from, I think, the 2021 version, like the new Modern Warfare 2 remaster or whatever the fuck. They wanted to, like, make it so if, like, people in the lobby, like, won a loot box or some shit like that, everybody had to see it. And the whole idea was try to encourage people to, like, buy more loot boxes, because it made it, like, some sort of a like, something you can observe other people get, and try to incentivize you to, like, get shit, too, because be like, oh, look at this fancy thing this person got, and all this other shit. They never did it, thank fuck, but, I mean, like, the idea that they're trying to implement certain things like that as a way to maximize, profit making in the detriment to the quality of the game is fucking wild. And, and COD ain't the only one. Like, Activision ain't the only ones that do shit like this. I mean, if anything, them, Bethesda, and there's like a few others that are pretty fucking notorious with it, but holy shit. So many of them do this shit. And it really needs to, like, be some sort of, like, regulation in place about shit like this, because, I mean, I do think a lot of this, like, Season Pass, like, money-making, scheming bullshit, especially on the multiplayer side of things, just is a detriment to a lot of, like, gaming, I think. And I think the results speak for itself. Blizzard Activision joined Microsoft. Yep. Which, I'm sure that's not going to really be great. Sounds like another fucking, like, corporate merger that don't make no sense. World of Warcraft was to become to Xbox. Oh my god. Actually, I unironically would play World of Warcraft on Xbox. Funny enough, I have never played World of Warcraft before. But I know of it. Know, like, enough about it to kind of get a gist, but never played it. Nice try, vampires. Nice try. What's going on here? Hey! That's how me crack it up this morning. Hey! Oh my god, dog. Hello, do you have a minute to talk about Dracula? No. Wait, Dracula? Yes. You're vampires? Yes, we have pamphlets. Vampires have missionaries. Where else do new vampires come from? I'm assuming you bit people. There are many hurtful stereotypes. May we come in? Oh my god, wow. Mm-hmm. I think I see where that trick is going. The whole MMO genre as a whole is stagnant as fuck anyway. Yeah. I mean, I kind of agree, just because like all of them follow the same format. I think they just need to change it up a little bit. Like, yeah, I don't know how they could, but I mean, there definitely needs to be a little bit of a change up in the whole like kind of broader MMO genre. So I don't really necessarily disagree. But I think a lot of it's just because, like, I mean, it's, you know, just there isn't really anything specifically like added to change, like, or like, you know, like really shake up the game, so to speak. At least as a genre, or invent something new for the genre. Yeah, I mean, like, there definitely needs to be something new for the genre, I think. You know, because honestly, like, there's definitely a lot that I feel like could possibly be added. Like, when it comes to MMOs, like, most of them are open world, right? So it's like, why not, you know, like, it is more work, but why not, like, you know, try to attempt to make these worlds more interactive? Like, I know, like, with Fallout 76, for example, you could do, like, base building and shit, from what I understand. And there's a lot of different MMOs, like Rust or, like, DayZ, and a few others, you know, for example, that do actually incorporate that in a way. But, you know, instead of it being more of, like, a niche thing for some games, why not, you know, try to, like, make this more of a bigger thing? Or at least, like, I don't know, like, maybe some sort of, like, a real-time mechanic, even? Like, because I know, like, some do kind of add that a little bit. So let's say, like, you leave a server for a little bit, your base is still going to be there and still liable to probably get raided and shit, you know? So it's, like, some stuff like that, you know, could be interesting, depending on, like, what zone you're in, I guess. Like, I don't know, like, there could be a lot that I feel like could be added to, you know, kind of change things up a little bit. And the thing is, like, a lot of these type of things are already kind of, like, in some games. It's just that, like, so it's not like it's impossible to do. It's not like it's some new, untreaded waters. I just feel like they're not really that explored. At least not as much to its maximum potential. Because the only thing, like, because the only games I'm really thinking about are that have kind of incorporated some of the stuff in a very in-depth way would be, like, like, either, like, like, DayZ or, like, Armor 3 Epoch mods and stuff like that, like, you know, or, like, you know, City Life mods for Arma 3 or some shit. Like, I mean, like, because the modding teams for those, like, go very in-depth with shit like that. So, I mean, I don't know, like, it's possible, and it's certainly possible to go very in-depth with shit like that. So it's, you know, like, just, I feel like it could help shape up, like, some of these more bigger MMOs, you know, in a way to, you know, try to make some of these worlds more interactive that way. Around the clock computer text to keep an MMO running than you do for a single player game. Well, yeah, for sure, definitely. Student teacher. I don't understand. Well, you were stupid student. I don't understand. Any man on YouTube, I will teach it to my son. This is what? Huh? True. I guess. Have Monday. When the villain in a movie has PhD, viewers without PhD. Ah. They're just saying smart villain makes sense. Viewers with PhD. Ah, grad school and academia drove him to madness. Makes sense. Yep. I would feel like that would be more accurate. What's going on here? A cinnamon roll cupcake? That looks good. FPS mix of RTS, like... Oh, what the fuck? My screens aren't even working. Ah, you know, whatever. I guess this screen's being regarded. Alright, whatever. Guess that's happening. Mini a random, an orange cinnamon roll? An orange cinnamon roll, huh? Mmm. Mini a random, Amanda's helped me out on YouTube. I mean, for me, it's not really like Indian dudes specifically. It's just like random people from like YouTube shorts or like, different YouTube videos. Sometimes they are Indian. Like there's well, actually, there is one dude who isn't Indian but Pakistani who's a doctor in the NHS, Dr. Karan. But he actually does offer like genuine advice and like legitimate like medical tips and shit like that. Especially when it comes to like food and like gut bacteria stuff and all that shit. It's just like, dude, nice. So yeah, there's actually been a few things where I'm just like, interesting little tips and tricks, little things I'm learning. Oh shit. Right. Oh, I like zooming out. I play Commander or zoom in and play an actual soldier. I describe one. Someone describe a kid. Battlezone runs at plateau. Basically, you could, while playing this into a soldier lead in the front. It's an ancient game now. Yeah. I know there's like a game. I think it's called like War Games. It's like something like that. It's I forgot the exact specific name. I have it on Steam. I'll have to what the fuck? It's like, I think it's like, at least the one I'm thinking of, at least the one I have is called War Games Rise of the Dragon or something like that. I think it's called that. Here. Oh wait, no, it's called okay, so the game's called War Game Red Dragon. That's the name of the game. Okay, yeah, I was right. It's not War Games, it's just War Game. But it's kind of like a modern, like, not really an MMO, but it can be played as an MMO. But it's, it's like an RTS strategy game, but it's not like, first-person shooter style where you can, like, literally go in and play as an actual soldier. But you can, like, kind of take command of them in a sense and, control the direct squad or, like, a specific tank and, crews and shit like that, to turn in certain tides of the battle and shit like that. Oh shit, Animal, we're still making a new song today? Protocols of Love. Oh, Protocols of Love. I'm listening to it. Fuck it. Oh my god. Man, I really wish my screens were working right now. I don't want to fickle fuck with them right now. We're watching this music video later when I get off work. Oh my god, this is great. What the fuck? Alex Jones has made a cameo. Holy shit, I'm not even kidding. Hold on, I'm gonna turn it up. You can hear him.
Exactly who they are and exactly what they're doing.
What the fuck? Alex Jones made an appearance in the song. That's what I like now. So they have like funny random little samples like that. Use tanks or mechs. It was an N64 game. Oh, was it on the N64? Shit. Sukov! Hey! Hey! Sukov! Hey! Bro! Hey! 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 Get over here! Hey! Shut up! Get over here! What the fuck? No! No! Hey! What the fuck? Jesus Christ. Fucking... Oh. What the hell? Jerk? Piece of shit. What was that about? I mean, there's nothing even going on out there. You're just like freaking out for no reason. Man. was super ambitious first time. I mean, especially if it's on an N64. I mean, like, considering, you know, some of the mechanics to talk about, that definitely does sound like a pretty ambitious game. One of the first experimental RTS FPS hybrids. Honestly, I feel like, you know, at least when it comes to real-time strategies, I feel like that, you know, is something that needs to be incorporated a little more. Because the only time, the only game I'm really thinking about that kind of even somewhat incorporated that was Man of War Assault Squad. And the second one specifically. Like, the first one didn't have any of those mechanics, but the second one did. Which, funny enough, honestly, like, the second one pretty much is like a literal photocopy of the first one, but I guess has, like, you know, a couple extra mechanics, including that, like, FPS hybrid thing. Dude! What the fuck, Zooks? Oh my god, hold on. Evidently won't shut up. Dude, there's nothing going on out here. Pretty sure it was just a stupid rat, Zukov. Oh my god. I opened the door and it was, like, a single rat scurried away. It's like, I'm pretty sure I could figure out what the fuck that was all about. In fact, I'm closing the door just so he doesn't sneak out, because I already know how the fuck you operate. See? Nothing going on. Man. Ugh. Damn dog. Good lord. Anyway, so a friend of mine asked something I've been wondering about. How come method actors can only fully commit to playing asshole characters? I mean, they hear him being like, I played this really nice guy. They brought up some freshly baked cookies on set, walked our dogs to our taxis, and took Soul to Disneyland. Well, I don't know if I've, like, I don't know if that's, like, completely true. I've seen method acting that isn't, you know, being a total pompous asshole or some shit. Command & Conquer was going to get an FPS RTS hybrid based on Republic Commando's engine, but rights issued screw that game. Images and video at least showed some promising ideas. I mean, that would actually be pretty cool. It's kind of like a Command & Conquer version of, like, an FPS. I mean, that would honestly be pretty badass. See the things sent you on Insta. I didn't get a chance to look at it. I saw some notification about it the other day, but I didn't get a chance to look at them yet. Like being able to run it based from POV of a soldier in the middle of a battle. Now what's up, doggo? Now what? So the game was talking about early Battlezone. Did that in the late 90s on S64. Yep, go. Yeah. The system's control was horrible though and didn't act well, but the basic loops is there. Or the basic loop is there. Well, I mean, like you were saying, it seems like it was like a major, big, like, whole, you know, like, a major endeavor, you know, from what it sounds like. I mean, considering that's on N64, like, that's a, you know, like, I mean, there's not really much you can do with, you know, like an N64. Like, I mean, a lot of games at the time were very ambitious, even for, like, the consoles that they were on. So, I mean, it's like, I can imagine it probably didn't really run that super well. Ugh. The remastered version on Steam is much more fun to play and has an underground community. Oh, there's a remastered version? Alright. Why didn't you just tell me about that instead? Sounds more fun. Or at least sounds like it would be a lot more fleshed out. Go to work? Nah. I still got like 20-something minutes or whatever. Give or take. For minimal pay. Well, luckily I don't get paid minimal wage. Or minimal pay. I at least make at least make like $3 or $4 more than that. Which also doesn't really help that much, as much as you might think. I mean, because, well, you know, inflation sucks, so. But the economy getting better, though. Like, I just hate how, like, you know, I mean, there's so much of that being said, even though it's just literally obviously not true. What the hell? Dude, oh man, I really want to watch this right now. What the fuck, dude? What is this new anti-woke kids show? Oh my god, what the fuck? Chipchilla? And it's a rip-off of fucking Bluey, dude. Oh my god, I cannot, oh. Dude, really? Wow. They saw the success of Bluey and are just like, nah, we need to make a right-wing version of this. Bluey, funny enough, for like an Australian kids show, is actually legitimately fucking good. So like I've seen some episodes of it, like because some of them are on YouTube, and Deadass is actually, unironically, it's actually a pretty good show. Like, I mean, for what it is, like, because like there's a lot of things about the show that also like pertain to adults too. It's not necessarily just for kids. Like it's literally like meant to be kind of like a all ages, like, you know, family type of show. So, like, and, like, there's, funny enough, at least, like, a lot of different things that pertain towards, you know, adults just as much as it does for kids. Like, I mean, obviously, it's meant, you know, for, like, families with kids and shit, but honestly, even as, like, you know, a young adult like me, I find myself being actually kind of enthralled in some of the episodes. I'm just like, damn, this show's actually pretty good. Because honestly, like, I mean, they don't make, like, the parents or the kids, like, you know, I don't know, like, stereotypical of, like, you know, shows, I suppose, like, where the kids are just all, like, you know, like, annoying or, like, you know, somehow, like, the geniuses or some shit or whatever the fuck, and the parents are just, like, you know, literally klutzes, incompetent, and don't know anything. Like, it's nothing like that, actually. They actually portray them as, like, somewhat of a average-ish, like, you know, like, at least, you know, about as average you can get, you know, when it comes to, like, you know, parents or family or whatever, that actually, you know, some things they, you know, are combo with, but, you know, it's just because, like, you know, they don't know how to do certain things, but at least, you know, in the show, they actually kind of learn how to and figure things out, you know, get the kids involved with it, too. I mean, there's all sorts of different things that actually make the show generally kind of good. Like, I know there's, like, because for a while there, I was also getting, like, endless, like, Bluey shorts, too, from, like, YouTube shorts. And that's how I at least initially first discovered it. And I was like, okay, well, I definitely want to, you know, see, you know, some of the show. It actually looks kind of good, and I did. I'm just like, God damn it, this actually is kind of good. We have time. Well, my screens are retarded right now. Like, I'm not gonna fuck with them because every time I try, they don't work. So I'm not even gonna bother with that right now. I will have to work. So I mean, yeah, like, yeah. The stream actually, like, before it started, like, was, you know, like, did something weird, you know, right before it started. Like, so I think it might have just kind of glitched out, like, right before it started stream. But whatever. I mean, it'll sort of self out, you know, next stream. It'll be fine, so. I mean, 1 hour without a screen, big whoop. I mean, like, it's not like every stream I pull that fucker up anyway, so it's like, whatever. Little Zooks. Little goofy boy. Goof. Bonk. Now he's trying to paw at things. What do you want, dog? What are you pawing at? Goofy little thing. Silly doggo. Looks like, oh, a little dust you gonna do the show later. Fans on, turn on Dave Chappelle after Israel criticism. Wait, so did, Dave Chappelle do a based after a long period of not being based? I think I actually saw a little something about that earlier, too, and I didn't really, you know, glance over it too much. But I think if I remember, I think it was about, like, him being critical of Israel, and, or being more on the pro-Palestinian side of things about it, and, like, a bunch of people walked out of a show or something. Which, if that's the case, then fuck those stupid morons. Like, I mean, you know, like, out of, you know, a wave of Dave Chappelle being kind of dumb, you know, he says something correct, and it's like, suddenly people are like, walk out. It's like, whatever, fuck off. I mean, he's still stupid when it comes to turf shit and all that other stuff, but, I mean, hey, at least, like, you know, he's right on that. Dude, hey. You can't be... No, I swear, dude, it's probably literally that one singular rat that's just hanging out outside right now, okay? You could chill the fuck out. Motherfucker, dude. You know, since where I have my rat trap right now, the last 2 times I've caught a squirrel, I'm actually going to think about moving it over here. Because squirrels don't really come over here, so I think I could probably get away with capturing those little stupid rat bastards, you know, by having it over here. And I can't even tell if, like, the one in my garage is still here, because I haven't really heard or seen anything rummaged around in or anything, so I don't know if that fucker's dead or somehow finally left the garage or what. I don't know. I haven't heard anything in his garage lately, when it comes to, like, rummaging around and shit. I just kind of hope that the whole fucker just, like, found a way to just, like, waltz out or something. That'd be more preferable. What? What, dog? Are those the eyeballs of asking for permission to bark? Cause no. Yeah. Nice. Let's see what other little things we can kind of look at for too once I get back from work. John Stewart's show canceled by Apple. Oh, I actually know a little bit about that. Kyle uploaded about an hour ago on that one. I think it was literally over the whole, like, you know, Israeli incursion into Palestine shit. Like, he wanted to basically be like, look, I don't want to be, like, open with my takes about that. And Apple's like, no, you must, you know, like, you know, say the position that we have, you know, for, you know, this whole issue. And he was like, all right, well, fuck you then. And, like, basically had his show canceled, on Apple at least. I think he's gonna still do it, but he's just gonna, you know, find somewhere else to do it. Which, you know what, like, good for Jon Stewart for, you know, sticking to the guns, like he always does, as per usual. I mean, like, he's really a dude that, like, you know, just really got no fucks to give, you know, when it comes to, like, you know, his conviction, like, and he's always been like that. Man, he's just like a badass. I don't really know too much of the D specifically. I just know it has something to do with that specifically, and I don't know if he's still gonna do the show or not. I hope he does. I hope he just says fuck and just does it on YouTube or something. Just like, you know, because I mean, I think he would be able to have enough like of a grassroots like viewer support, you know, in a sense to be able to like, you know, independently do his own thing. Or at least I would think he would. It doesn't really seem like just too much else right now. I'm sure there'll be like a little more news popping up throughout the day. Especially with like, you know, Dessa coming up on a little later night. He always has like, you know, some fun things I can, you know, pursue on and look at and at least, you know, delve deeper on. But yeah, there ain't really too much else. Gonna do a little time sure. Man, I still got like another 10 minutes before I can need to pause. What to do for 10 minutes? Boo. Oh, well, you know, I actually do have a little something, at least for a little interest. At least on Tuesday. I probably won't be, you know, streaming later in the evening like I normally would. Probably a lot more earlier just because I'm gonna go to see Gemini Syndrome that day. Which is kind of funny. I've literally within a week, 7-day time span, like literally within a week, I've seen like 3 shows. Like, so that'd be like what, one every like 3 or 4 days basically. So I saw Tool Tuesday, DRI and Fang Friday, and you can see Gemini Syndrome. Just yeah, so like there was a 3-day period, and then now it's a 4-day period. Been seeing a fuckload of shows like within this past week. I mean, to be fair, I've been doing that a lot just in general lately. Just this entire year. I've just been saying, like, you know, making this year the fuck a year. Because sometimes you just need a year like that where you just kind of go all out and say fuck it. I know they're co-headlining with a band, or I guess solo artist, Wednesday 13. Which I read up about that dude, and apparently he was like a part of a, like kind of a emo, like rock punk type of music project from like the 90s. I forgot exactly what it was called. But after he parted ways with them, he kind of did like a few other projects off and on, and been doing a solo project during that whole duration. That's pretty much what that is. Which sounds pretty cool. Especially for like a indie emo, like kind of heavy punk vibe and shit. It's just like, alright, okay. Didn't think, Jim has, essentially more of like, metal-esque, like type of band would be, doing that, but fuck it. Hell yeah. It's been a lot of really good shows. Like, why is there like a lot of just badass shows like happening this year? Like, there really has. Like, I mean, pretty much like there's only maybe been like one or two shows that have been kind of like meh, but most pretty much like, and even then it's not. Even then, I wouldn't even necessarily say meh. I'd just say probably just like, maybe not like totally my forte, but still at least enjoyed it to an extent. But at least with like with pretty much almost every show, like, I mean, it's pretty much just been like a fucking banger after banger. I'm also trying to think what would be my like favorite show so far. And it's hard to decide. Like, I mean, I've been so many of them, it's kind of hard to choose which one would be my favorite. I mean, especially, like, when it comes to, like, genre, because I've seen so many different, like, genres of shows, too. I've seen a lot of metal rock shows, a lot of punk shows, ska shows, funk shows and shit. I mean, fuck. It really is kind of hard to decide a little bit, shit. I know at least there's definitely a top three, and I know at least up there for that top three would be Fishbone, for sure. And then probably a Creator and Sepultura show in Seattle. That would have to be up there too. Especially just because that was just a whole fun experience outside of the show in itself. Just saying fucking taking a train up to Seattle and stuff like that. So, I mean, that in itself was a pretty, fun experience just all in all. Probably to say Ferris show as well, and the Havoc and Toxic Holocaust show. So I guess like top four right there at least. Oh fuck! But then there's like the Rob Zombie Alice Cooper show. Not that long. Fuck. It is hard to decide. I mean, this is what I mean. It's like fuck. I mean, I've seen so many really good ass shows. It's like fucking hard to choose. It's like, god damn it. And they're just still going to keep on coming, because I'm going to see Double Dip Royal Blood in Seattle and in Portland, and then I'm going to see Kiss here and a few other bands. Like, I'm just going to be seeing a shitload of bands. Like, that train ain't stopping anytime soon. Do a little time check here. But at least I'll probably at least wrap the train up on the stream here. At least just for now. Get his last little bow going and head off to work and all that fun shit. And it's a fucking Monday. Fuck me. And that means it's going to be busier than balls, because everybody's going to want some goddamn 8-piece dark meat chicken, because it's on fucking sale. Like, fuck Mondays, dude. I just now realized, man. I am really hate Mondays. Like, the whole I hate Mondays is being taken to an extra fucking level with this stupid sale bullshit, bro. Ugh. Fridays are honestly, like, this last Friday was actually slow as shit. Like, it was actually kind of chill a little bit. I mean, well, I was working a mid, so I didn't really see what the last little half of the evening that I normally would work would be like, but oh my god. That day was nowhere near as bad, but like as Mondays now. Like Mondays are just straight up far more fucking busier since they did that stupid sale. And now everyone's aware of it. It's like, fuck me, dude. Ugh. Fucking hate it. And that also basically leaves me to, you know, have to do all the cooking and shit while the two new dudes have to just, like, fend for themselves up front. Oh, no. Oh, boy. That's gonna be fun. Let it bite. Nah. That's not how it works, but they'll have to, hopefully, figure it out, I guess. But anyhow, let's call it good. Get myself out to work and all that fun shit, so. That bees out, and of course, I should be back on for the next one. So, a toodaloo.